What's up everybody and welcome back to another video. Now, if you've saved $1,000 or really any amount of money, you need to give yourself a pat on the back because saving money is an achievement that not a lot of people can do. So take a second and give yourself a pat on the back. Now, my name is Ben and I'm going to be talking about what to do when you saved your first $1,000. I'm going to be diving into the next steps you should take after saving this money and how to use this money to grow your wealth in the long term. Now, if you haven't saved $1,000 yet, or if you saved more than $1,000, make sure you still tune in because I'm really just going to be using $1,000 as a reference point, and the information that you learn here will still be useful. The majority of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed to the channel, so if you do enjoy the video, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. It's completely free and it means a ton to me. Now, my first point is to start making some passive income. Now, to do this, you're going to want to open an individual brokerage account, and you'll hear many different opinions on what to do when you've saved your first $1,000, $5,000, or even $10,000. And my top priority would personally be hands-on learning. Now, with my personal experience, this hands-on learning has given me a lot more experience than reading books or watching videos or really anything else. Before you do actually invest in anything, it is very important to do your research before you invest in it. Now, I would allocate about $100 of this $1,000 to this brokerage account that you open. Now, what I would do with this is I would experiment with a wide variety of different strategies. There's so many out there, from growth investing to dividend investing. You really just want to find what works for you and what you enjoy, so it makes it less of a burden when you want to grow that portfolio in the future. Now, even if you do lose the whole $100, that's only 10% of the $1,000 that you did have, so that experience to me would be worth a lot more than even $100. To get started, you want to pick and open a brokerage account. Now, there's so many good options, from TD Ameritrade to Webull. Both of these offer $0 commission trading on stocks, and now if you did want to trade other things such as options, they do generally charge a small fee for that, but when you're just focusing on stocks, they do only charge $0 to make trades. And that's really good when you're making a lot of trades on a small account to figure out what you like to do, because you're not having to pay that commission on the trades that you're making. Now, this leads me to my second point, which is to create an emergency fund. This eventually would be around 6 to 12 months of your expenses, so this can range a lot depending on how much you spend each month. So I can't really put a dollar amount on how much you want to have saved today, because it really all depends on how much you spend. Obviously, you can't reach this with just $1,000 saved, so this is something you're going to have to work on in the future after you have saved more money. However, I would go ahead and put around $400 of the $1,000 that you do have saved towards this fund just to get it started. You really need this fund because a lot of people have large unexpected expenses in their life, which you can't really predict, so you want to have this money saved in advance just so that you don't have to go into debt when there is a large unexpected expense, and so you have that cash on hand. Now, a lot of credit card companies charge around 15 to 25% interest on their money, which is why you really want to try to stay out of this credit card debt in life. This leads me to my third point, which is to pay off high interest debt. Now, this does not apply to low interest debt like a mortgage, but you really want to focus on student loans, credit card debt, and other high interest debt that are having interest rates around 15 to 25%. Now, these take a really long time to pay generally, because you have to pay off the interest before you start paying off that principal, which is really why it's important for you to start paying that principal down as soon as you can. With only $1,000 saved, I would really allocate about $250 towards this category of paying off high interest debt. And now, high interest debt in your emergency fund is what I would really say should be your top priority when you do save $1,000. This is because it's a lot harder to gain wealth when you do not have an emergency fund and while you do have high interest debt. This is why I would eliminate this first before you start investing too much of your money. This leads me to my last and fourth point, which is education. The reason that this is last is because a lot of the others will also help with your financial literacy. However, you do want to eventually start making more income than you are right now, so allocating some of this money can help you to do that in the long or the short term. So lastly, I would allocate about the last $250 to this education, and this could come in a lot of different forms, such as starting your own business. Now, like I said previously, I am a big advocate for hands-on experience when you're learning, and so in this tech-savvy world, you can start a business from your phone or from your laptop, which require very little startup capital. Now, my personal favorite is an online marketing company, and this is because many small businesses, they can't afford their own marketing department, but they do still have these marketing needs. And so you can scale this relatively fast with very little startup costs. You can pretty much work as much or as little as you want to. You can also learn these skills even online from your phone or from your laptop. Then you can go ahead and market these skills to businesses that are in your area or even that are out of your area. Now, another way to spend this $250 would be on books. A habit that a lot of millionaires have is that they do read books a lot, considering the fact that it continues their education in the long term. These books can be about your specific field or about general skills such as communication or many other things. Now, a lot of these books will help you in your workplace, and they may help you to get a raise, or they may give you ideas on how to start a different business, but there's a lot of different uses that these books can have. My favorite books are The Intelligent Investor and How to Win Friends and Influence People. Now, you can find both of these on Amazon, and I will link the links in the description. I really hope that this video has helped you to learn a little bit more about managing your money, and this can be applied to however much you do currently have saved. Now, I really do appreciate you watching till the end of the video, and I would really appreciate it if you would like the video and you would comment what you want to see in the future from this channel, and I would really appreciate it if you would also subscribe as well. Now, I hope you guys do have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you so much for watching till the end of the video.